G'day guys, you're back with Miracle Max.
G'day guys, you're back with Miracle Max.
And SJ, we're here today on Kids Corner. There's just about to pour with rain, so it's a quick introduction for a fire tornado back here on Kids Corner. What happens when the kids grow up and you can't do Kids Corner anymore? You just get more kids. Right, let's get into it.
G'day guys, you're back with Miracle Max. And today we're gonna create a big fire tornado. Maybe it's gonna be big and maybe it's gonna be small.
We're inside, as you can tell, because there's a lot of lightning and thunder out there and it's a bit too noisy for the camera. So that's why we're in the workshop at the moment trying to prepare for our fire tornado. Back to you.
Yes. And a fire tornado you need to be very careful because it's a bit creepy. It's made out. And it only goes from fire. It's like a tornado and a cyclone, but it is a fire, a big twirly fire.
Okay, so some of the components that we need to make our fire tornado include a waste paper basket, but it's a special type. It's got all mesh in it. It's not a solid one. Air has to be able to go through this. This one's steel. They cost about $20 if that. Get them from Officeworks or somewhere, maybe eBay as well, who knows. All right, so project number one, or component number one for our fire tornado is a wire steel mesh basket. There you go, there's a close-up. Another vital component that we need is methylated spirits. Now you want to make sure that you have an adult to help you with this, because this can be dangerous stuff. It's very flammable. You need a little container of some description. This one's just an old tuna tin that we can put our metho inside of it when it's alight. Probably the hardest one to find will be some sort of electric motor to rotate the basket. Now this is just a fan motor out of a car, but you can use any old electric motor to make the thing spin. Now you want to be solid, you want to make sure that it's safe on top, and we're just going to adjust the speed according to what sort of voltage we put in there. Sounds like she's a little bit bored, so we need to get into the actual project itself. Let's get into it. For the sake of safety, I've had to do a few adjustments that I didn't do previously. I've actually bolted the basket to a piece of wood to make it more stable. I've also screwed the vanes of the fan onto the back of the timber to make sure it's all secure, all part and parcel of the whole lot. It's one unit basically. And then I've blocked the whole lot up on blocks of wood and supported it with pieces of cardboard in the meantime to make sure it's relatively safe anyway. It's a little bit off centre, but that's as good as I could do it. I've also used a power source, a variable power source. I've got about 2 volts, 1 or 2 volts going through it. It gets it up to a fair old speed before it gets a bit wonky donkey. So the next thing we need is a little container with some metho in it. We stick it smack bang in the middle right there. I've countersunk this, so it should be flat enough for the little tin to sit on top there. We start to spin it up and you should see a bit of a tornado happening then. Okay, we've got proof of concept. We've just put some metho in our little tuna tin. I'm now going to fire it up and try and turn it around slowly. The faster you get it, the higher the tornado will go. But of course, the more off-centre it goes, it becomes really dangerous. So we'll just turn off the lights now and see if we can spin it up slowly. So it should get higher and higher the more it spins, and it twists, as you can see. That's pretty cool. Woo! So I'm not going overly fast at the moment, and it is a little bit wonky donkey. So obviously you don't want to go too fast if it's too wonky donkey. But we'll show you at night, of course. This happens in real life when there's fires and strong winds. They can turn into a twisty-turny fire tornado just like this fella here. As you can see, the faster you went, if you go too fast, then it actually doesn't do it as well. So a slowish or a medium type speed, I can't tell you the RPM of it, but it's pretty cool. SJ has just disappeared to try and find Mrs. Miracle. And we've got a reasonable speed happening there, so it's not too bad.
Wow.
And if we go just a touch faster, it does go higher. Wow, indeed. So yeah, make sure you're safe, kids. Make sure you have your adult do this. It's a reasonable sized job. SJ was waiting for me to get it done. She thought it'd be instant. But yes, it does take a little while to build this thing. But in the end, it's really cool and worth it. And we'll have a look at night time and see what it looks like. Okay, we're just set up outside, guys. We're getting ready to turn on our fire tornado. I'll dim the lights so that we can see it. It's pretty cool now that we've got it set up properly. The only problem is, as soon as you have a bit of a... whoops, now I'm getting a bit too fast there, folks. Just going to take off in a sec. As soon as it gets too fast, then it doesn't do a good job. And any sort of breeze throws it out as well, unfortunately. We're now back in the workshop. We're going to see if it works this time without all the bright lights around us. Can we have the lights out, please? Okay, there we go. Look at that. How cool is that one? That looks really cool. That looks pretty trippy, huh? So you just got to get the right speed to get it the right height. Look at that.
Whoa!
Very impressive, hey? Wow, look how tall that is. So it gets a nice little twist in the middle there. And that's because we're rotating it, we're spinning it around, aren't we? SJ just asked, why is it blue down the bottom and yellow up the top? Well, honestly, I don't know. I know metho burns blue, but perhaps because it's getting more oxygen as it goes up higher, perhaps that changes the colour. I'm not quite sure. But that's it. Fire tornado complete. So, SJ, what did you think of that?
It is very nice and warm here.
It's very warm. Because there's a fire, yes. What about the fire tornado? What did you think of that?
Oh, and we started to go outside and it was a bit not going bigger. So we came back inside the shed to make it bigger.
Yes, because the wind was blowing it, wasn't it?
Yeah, the wind was blowing it.
Okay, so was it good fun to do that together?
Yep.
Excellent. No worries, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video today, doing it with the kids. A little bit of Kids Corner happening again. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and feel free to comment down below. Don't forget about that notification bell. You don't want to miss any future videos. So until next time, guys, this is Miracle Max and SJ signing off. We will catch you later.